What's going on? What's going on? We are here. Chilling, man. Today we got some things to talk about. You know, we're gonna wait for some people to get up in here. And then we're gonna jump right in the topic. Um Shout out to all the food service drivers out there. You know, doesn't matter what company you work for. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? Shout out to guys that's in food service right now that's thinking about leaving one company to go to the next one. Right? Let me talk about that real quick. Anthony, well, let's go. Oh, no, I'm not working at, I'm just wearing a sweater. I work at Cheney. No, I'm still at CBI. Still at CBI. I'm just wearing a sweater, man. I'm just wearing a sweater. Huh? No, I like my sweater. I like the sweater. You know what I mean? And I also got a US food sweater. I got McLean sweater. I got a don't ask me how I get these. Alright? For all my old followers, they already know how I got this one. You know? How long I had my CDL? Damn, I had my CDL for a long time, man. When I remember, I'm gonna get back to that. Rob say, how's CBI been since PFG owned y'all? How we been since how we been since PFG took over? I'm gonna be honest with you, it really been the same as far as the work. It's been the same. Everything's going along from a driver perspective. I know they got a lot of stuff going on in the background when it comes to office stuff, paperwork, the money stuff, equipment, customers, stuff like that. But as far as the work, as far as drivers, as far as us hiring drivers, as far as us going to the same customers, everything has been the same. As far as the money, everything's been the same. There's a few changes so far though. We are allowed to buy PFG stocks, which some drivers they took advantage of. I chose not to do it, not yet, because I just chose not to do it yet. But it's definitely good because we do get I think we get what 15% discount when we buy the stocks. We did not get the insurance, not yet, but it's coming. What else? What else? What else? We just went over the code of conduct, PFG code of conduct, um, stuff like that. So it's little changes coming slowly but surely. But as far as the work, I think we still gonna be working the same. I heard rumors of cameras coming and stuff like that. So we'll see. It's a wait and see approach, but I'm very I'm very positive that everything is gonna be fine. You know what I mean? I'm very, very positive that everything's gonna be fine. Or optimistic. Whatever word I should use. You know what I mean? Or I'm very salt that everything's gonna be fine. Right? And salt is a biblical word. You can take it anyway. You know what I mean? It got a bunch of meaning to it. So if you know, you know. We got CC in the building. He was looking into Gordon, also a company called Benny Keith. Work for Pepsi right now. 21, got CDL through them. Had it for about 6 months, but honestly, just racking up the experience. What's going on with Pepsi? What state you running out of with Pepsi? That's a good company, bro. When it comes to the benefits and the stocks, the 401k, stuff like that, the PepsiCo company is a good company, but you know, I understand what you're thinking right now. Sometimes working in that field of beverage, it kind of like it might limit you sometimes, but you definitely with a good company. One thing I can tell you, if you want to make that transition, make sure you do your full research, whatever area you're in. Make sure you talk to drivers, talk to as much drivers as possible. You don't want to talk to a supervisor because they'll tell you anything, right? The only people that's going to shoot it straight to you is drivers that's actually out there doing the job on a daily basis. So Gordon's a good company too. So if that's where you want to go, just get with the drivers in the area that you're at. When you see them on the route, just approach them. You know, ask them all the questions, any everything you want. You know, you want to know about your money. Ask them, hey, how much money I'm gonna make? You know what I mean? And they're gonna give you. Usually, they're gonna give you like a timetable, right? I usually give drivers a timetable. I let them know straight up, like when you come here, you're not gonna make the money right away, but if you stick it out in such and such time, you're gonna make money. You know? Oh, CC, it's time to go. Yep, it's time for you to leave. I understand where you're coming from. It's time to leave. Nah, man, it's time to go. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Um, I see. I'm disconnected from how those companies pay these days. But yeah, yeah, if nah, to touch 700 cases a day and you bring home under a grand, nah, it's time to go. I think that pay scale, they're living in the past of that pay scale. You know, definitely make more money in food service. I tell you that. Oh yeah, once they give you that CDL, they cannot take the CDL. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna tell y'all the name of the company, but I'm pretty sure anybody that been watching my channel a long, long time, they know the name of the company. But I'm not gonna say the name of the company. I don't think I ever told this story, right? But when I got my CDL, I was on the contract too. Yo, I was supposed to do 1 year. I did like 3 months, and I was out of there. You know, I wasn't worried about the money that I owe. I got my CDL. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta use. I'm not gonna use the word use people. Sometimes you gotta use the necessary tools to get to where you want to be. Right? Sometimes you gotta crawl over some people until you're able to walk. You know what I mean? So people use people every day. People use you guys. People use me. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get to where you want to get to. You understand what I'm saying? So if you gotta leave, leave. You know what I mean? Most definitely. You definitely gotta leave, leave. If you're a food service driver, let me know what company you're working for. Hit the thumbs up for me. Get some people up in here. Um, I want to get some people up in here because I got one thing I want to talk about like really really bad like tomorrow, right? And my bad, y'all. Try to might keep falling. There we go. That GFS sort of look nice on me, don't it? I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes I wish I lived in that area of Florida where GFS they run the chain account, because GFS run a good chain account program. But I don't. I wish I did up in Plant City. If I lived by there, man, I'd be running that. You know what I mean? I'll definitely be running that. But we are where we are, man. But one thing I want to talk about though, I hit thumbs up to all the food service drivers, especially anybody that play this on the replay. Like, check this out, right? Time windows. I know I touched base on this last week, but I'm gonna talk about it again, right? Time windows in food service is messing up the industry, right? It's ruining the industry. It's forcing drivers to have to rush, which, if I was a supervisor, I wouldn't want none of my drivers rushing. Because one thing that happens when you go rushing doing this type of job is accidents, right? And you don't want that, man. When you out here doing your job, don't rush for nobody. I don't care if they're opening I don't care if God Almighty restaurant is opening and he got the best steaks in the world and they're missing a case of fries. They gotta wait, right? They gotta wait. Because the number one thing to me is safety. And one thing I don't like, one thing I don't understand is the sales team. Shout out to the sales team, they do a good job. But you gotta let these customers know that we either need some keys for the restaurant or we need an open time window. We can't, like, drivers are tired of the 8 to 10 time window and the 9 to 11 and the sometimes I look at my paperwork and I got like, I be having like, you have like 5 to 6 customers that got to get delivered before 9:30, and then you look in the 8 to 11:30 time slot, you have like 10 customers, and then you look in the like 9 to 12:30 time slot, you have another 5 or so customers, right? I'm gonna tell you guys this: don't rush for nobody. Like, take your time, do your job, and just do your job, right? And sometimes every day you're not gonna. It's always gonna be a customer mad every single day, because why? They want to be the first. They want to be the first in line, right? A couple questions I'm gonna give you guys, especially new drivers, right? Don't ever tell a customer that they're the last delivery unless they looking in the back. Even when they're looking in the back of your trailer and they see nothing, don't tell them that they're your last delivery. Customers do not like that for some reason, right? Like, you'll get there, you'll be pulling up there like 1, 2, 3 o'clock. They ask you a question: "Am I your last delivery?" I'm like, yeah. Like, they do not like that, yo. Just don't tell them that, right? And you got some customers, man, that you deliver to. They think that their restaurant is the best restaurant on the route. They think that they're the most important customer that you have, right? The way I think everybody we do is the most important. I treat everybody the same, right? I don't treat nobody differently than nobody. I need something to hold this phone. Nobody, right? And that's just the way I treat people, and treat everybody with respect. I don't care about the crybabies. Like, we're here to do one job, and one thing I don't like to do, and I'm gonna advise you guys not to do this. Don't get into the skipping stops to make another stop happy, because what's gonna happen is, you know how hard, first of all, you know how hard it is to skip a stop, right? You know how much things you gotta move to skip a stop sometimes, and sometimes we have these people that's these button pushers. Shout out to the good button pushers. We got some good button pushers out there, but you got some button pushers that it's like they have no idea how hard it is to do what we do. Like, you can't call a driver and be like, hey, like sometimes you get a call, you're gonna get a call like this. Anybody that come in the food service, you'll get a call like this. You'll be at stop 3. Be like, hey, when you're done, can you go to stop 19? Because they're missing a case of steak. Can you skip? They want you to skip through all those stops to go to one stop to make one customer happy. And you're going to piss off so many other customers. I can't even do the math right now. Just to try to make one customer. And it's going to be a ripple effect, man. You know, and I think we got, shout out to Venus up in the building. Shout out to everybody up in the building. You know what I mean? And hey, y'all give me a thumbs up, man, so we can get some people up in here. Check it out. Do not skip stops for nobody, man. Don't be fooled, don't be tricked. Every customer is important, right? Like, you got some of y'all managers out there, right? Whoever y'all work for, US Food, Cisco, whatever. A lot of managers don't have no backbone. A lot of managers cannot stand up to these chefs, to these bullies. They can't stand up to these salespeople. Like, they don't want to get on the same page. Everybody always want to pile up against the drivers, right? If you hear how I talk, like, everybody would guess that I'm pro driver. I am pro driver, but because I believe that drivers work hard, man, and every time we get in that truck, it's a risk, and people don't respect that, man. You know, they want to pretend like they respect drivers once a year with the, what do you call it, the drivers week? What do they call it? Drivers appreciation week. You know what I mean? Like, drivers work hard. And if it wasn't for drivers, a lot of people that's getting paid would not be getting paid, right? It's a team thing, man. We're all trying to win out there, man. You know? And all of us, we're doing the same type of job out there. We got John up in the building. Appreciate that. Oh, hell yeah. Everything's our fault, man. Every single thing is the driver's fault. You know what I mean? Everything. You got to get rid of time windows, y'all. Got to get rid of time windows, man. Yeah, I understand that no customers don't want to get their deliveries late, but one thing I don't understand, like, I'll give you guys an example, right? I got this one customer, right? I used to like them. Now I dislike them, right? Moses up in the building, what's going on? It's okay to dislike somebody. I don't hate them, but I don't like them no more. You know, I'm going to tell you why. All right? I used to deliver to this customer early. Right? Before 7. Now they said they don't want their deliveries until 9. Right? 9 to 12. Now they say they don't want their delivery after 11. So you telling me that you want a driver to deliver after 9, but before 11. Like, I don't understand how these people think. You know? What do you think? With Burger King having your way? That's a bad example. Burger King is crazy. You know what I mean? We got like 20 stops on the truck, and you want me to go there and sit and wait? You know what I mean? Like, these are the type of things that food service drivers deal with. You know what I mean? And we deal with it. I'm a type of person. I think I'm good at dealing with people's attitude, because when you show up late, sometimes you get an attitude, you get a smart remark. I remember the other day, the same customer. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Yeah, like we're Uber Eats driver, exactly. I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story, right? The same customer the other day, right? One of the guy, I blocked him now. I wish he was watching this to know that I blocked him. If he ever tried to call me, I blocked you. I know he ain't watching this though, but I blocked him. He texted me in the morning, and he was like, you think you can give me, you think you can deliver before 9:30?" He texted me at 5:30 in the morning, asking me if I can deliver to them before 9:30, right? And I text him a picture. I'm like, not gonna happen. I have 16 stops in front of you. So when I finally got to his restaurant, you know what he hit me with? He hit me with oh, thanks for effing me up today. I looked at the dude, man. I'm like, bro, don't come to me with the negativity, right? I'm not on what you're on. Let me get back to work. That's all I said to him. Sometimes you gotta choose the right words to deal with the devils, right? I don't got the devilish energy, yo. I'm good with dealing with negative people, because it just bounced off of me. Like, it's like a shield. It just bounced off of me. I don't soak it. None of that negative energy. Stuff like that don't even bother me, right? Left the food service game after 4 years, moving to flatbed. Thank you for motivating me to get my CDL. I'm gonna keep watching. Hey, congrats, man. Hey, flatbed is a good deal. Definitely. You doing it for yourself, or you working for a company? What company you working for? Definitely a good, man. Flatbed is a good thing. It's still gonna stay active. Still gonna be moving. At least you're not doing lazy trucking. Yeah, definitely messed herself up. Oh yeah, we definitely take the blame, especially that I understand how the CC. I understand how that soda game go, Pepsi and Coke game go. It's a that right there. I understand exactly how it goes, especially when you roll up into a stop and they want you to make a little display or something, and Pepsi got to take down the display, and you get there early. They have one cashier working or something like that. You want the display to come down. You looking at them, they looking at you, and you gotta take down that Coke display because nobody else is gonna take it down. Or sometimes it's I understand that game, yo. Trust me. You know what I mean? Definitely understand that game. We got 12 people up in the building, 7 likes. Appreciate y'all for rolling up in here. Today we're talking about time windows and food service. It's time windows. Like, when I say time windows should go, like, it's certain time windows that make sense, right? And the time windows that make sense, it to me is really an open time window, right? Those time windows make sense. Like, for instance, key drops. Okay, if you're running a route, like 9 out of 10 times, you need to have your key drop delivered before 6 or 7 a.m., right? Then your breakfast spot. Breakfast spot, to me, yeah, they need a time window because it's a breakfast spot. You want to deliver your breakfast spot early. But after you deliver the breakfast spot, my belief is that you need like an open time window. You need like your 8 to 1. That's like a 5 hour time window, 8 to 1. Those are early time windows. And then you need like a afternoon time window. You need like a 10 or 9 or 10 to like 5 p.m. open time windows. That's what we need in the industry. Like no more 2 hour time windows, no more 3 hour time windows. Like Brooklyn Downs, what's going on? Those time window stuff is messing us up. Like I'm not playing with them. I'm just doing my job. Like I just do my job. I don't worry about this. I don't worry about that. I just stay focused and do my job. Hey CC, appreciate you for coming up in here, man. Brooklyn Downs, what's going on up there, man? Is it snowing? Is it snowing up there? How y'all looking up there in the Carolinas? How Cheney PFG treating you up there? What's the changes you guys see so far up there in the Carolinas? What changes? Did you guys pick up any new customers? Do you guys gain any cases? Did you guys lose any cases? What changes have you guys seen so far? Because us down here, we haven't really seen that many changes so far. So far everything is like status quo, you know, just a few things here and there, you know. And shout out, we got 9 people in the building. Shout out to everybody. Oh y'all getting killed by the snow? Yeah, the cold weather, man. I think the cold weather down here kind of like slowed us off the last part of January. We've been kind of slow, I believe. Especially my route, which is close to the beach and there's a lot of outside stuff to do. The cold weather really hindered like people from coming out, so I'm not getting those monster numbers like I was getting last January. It's kind of like my numbers been like low, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure February is gonna be a really good month, you know. Definitely gonna be a real good month. I mean, the year started out great, like really great, but like I said, the last 2 weeks numbers just went down a little. Oh, you think we lost a lot of customers? We did lost a lot of customers. Well, for us down here, man, I didn't hear of us losing any customers. A matter of fact, we're gaining some customers. Like we're gaining some big customers down here. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely gonna stay tuned for that. Billy Dollars, what's going on, man? Hey, where you at now, Billy? Where you at? Man, hey Billy, you just gotta. My thing is, man, you just gotta make it a habit. Make savings a habit. Cut back on a few. I would say cut back on a few bad habits. You know, cut back on things, man. Start cutting things in your life that's not necessary. You know what I mean? Just start cutting back. Start chopping it up, and things that you have that you really don't need, or things that you get every week or get every other week, or whenever you get it, just cut back, cut back, cut back. You know, you at Unify. It's like Unify is like it's no touch free, right? Got 20 people up in the building. Appreciate you guys for coming up in here. Hit the thumbs up for me wherever you guys are at. Shout out to all the food service drivers. Put in the chat what company you work for. Put in the chat what company you're gonna go to. Put in the chat what company you're gonna quit. And hey, hey, y'all do this for me, man, while I'm on here. Put in the chat who have the worst uniform in the food service game. I already know who it is. Who got the worst uniform in the food service game? All right. Hey, y'all put in the chat who have the worst uniform in the food service game. And the answer is not even close. You guys shouldn't even take long to come up with the winner. Oh man. Cisco Sap, what's going on? Hey, Bruce say U.S. food. We got one vote for U.S. food. We got any other vote for U.S. food? Who got the worst uniform in the food service game? We got one vote for U.S. food. Do we got two votes for U.S. food? Shout out to all the U.S. food drivers. Who got the worst uniforms in the food service game? Let me know. And who got the best uniform, man? Kennedy say U.S. food. We got two votes for U.S. foods. We got three for U.S. foods. Hey, U.S. food, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Hey, y'all veterans gonna have to talk to upper management. We got two people that like U.S. food uniform. See the thing, all right, this is the difference with Elijah Freedom say Gordon Food best uniform in the game. They got pretty nice uniform. But this the thing I'm gonna say, right? I'm gonna talk about our uniform for a second, right? The word uniform, right? It's supposed to be uniform. Uniform, you guys already know what uniform means, right? Uniform, uni, it's supposed to be like together, like uniform. Like one thing I can say about us at Cheney, like we are not uniformed, right? And what I mean by that, we're not uniform at all. That leaves U.S. Food, their uniform. You're gonna see bright, that bright orange shirt hitting you. You're gonna see Cisco, they're in the same shirt. You're gonna see GFS, they're in the same shirt. But when you see a Cheney driver, you might see a blue shirt, you might see a red shirt, you might see a shorts, you might see a pants, you might see this, you might see that. We're not uniformed. We got uniform shirts, but we're not uniformed. And you can't blame that on the drivers. You have to blame it on we don't get full uniform like U.S. Food do. Hopefully that's one of the things that PFG changes. No, I'm still at Cheney. Hopefully that's one of the things that PFG change. I hope they change the uniform, right? Bruce, y'all don't wear the uniforms? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like the look. But bro, sometimes I wake up and my work pants, we don't get work pants. We gotta buy our work pants. So like you be having drivers wearing blue work pants, gray work pants. Sometimes I roll out of bed, I throw a jeans on. We don't have work pants. So what? What are they gonna say to us? Why you're not wearing your work pants? Like, where's my work pants? You got me some work pants. You know what I mean? So, oh, you started McLean last week. That's what's up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, Billy Dollars, he remember. So we're not uniform, man, and that's one thing I miss about U.S. food. Like U.S. food, they got us shoes. U.S. food got us pants, and we all wear the same shirts. We were uniformed, right? So even though now they got the bright orange color, nah, Cheney don't give work boots. We used to have this one. We used to have one account with this company. For some reason, we don't have that account no more. But I've been wearing these work boots. I'm known for wearing Red Wings. That's all I wear, right? But the other day I wanted to try something different. And I told myself if these work boots hold up for 6 months, I'm gonna advertise it. I still got a couple more months to go, but I will tell you what it is. It's called Bravos, right? And I found them. You can probably find them online. It's the cheapest work boots I ever bought, ever, and it's really decent, right? I hope it hold up for 6 months. If I get 6 months out of it, I'm gonna be happy. I didn't buy the steel toe. I bought the soft toe. I paid like $53. It's called Bravos. I bought it. Where did I buy it from? You guys probably not gonna find the store that I bought it from. I'm pretty sure you guys don't have that store in your area, but you can definitely go online and go to bravos.com. Bravos, Bravos. Y'all check it out. Like, I wish I had the box so I can. A matter of fact, I'm gonna get the box. I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna give you guys the brand of the one that I bought. So money, money, come here. Come here. Look in my restroom. You see a black work boots on the ground. Remember the work boots I just bought? Yeah. I'm gonna give you guys the No, I never worked for McLean. Never worked for McLean because a lot of these companies, man, is not. See, down here in the South, we don't have the opportunity to work at many different companies. Like, you got guys that live in like Atlanta, guys that live in Orlando, guys that live in like Houston. They got the opportunity to work for different companies. We don't. We stuck with like not that many choices. You know what I mean? So what happened when you stuck with a company without that many choices? Like people take advantage of you because they know that you can't skip and go. You brought the shoes, you didn't bring the box. Alright, let me see one of the shoes. Let me see the left shoes. You didn't bring the box, you brought the shoes. You don't see the box?
I didn't see any box.
Alright, let me see the shoes. I was saying Bravos. It's not Bravos. It's called Brazos. Brazos. Right? Pretty decent, y'all. Check it out. I'm trying to get the box to look at the model. Let me see if I can find a model. Can't find a model, but just buy one, man. They're pretty good. I heard of Associated Grocers. Money, Mirror TV. What's going on? And what's going on? Starting at McLean next week. That's what's up, bro. Yeah, I was saying Bravos. I'm glad my son went and got the shoes because it's not Bravo. It's not Bravos. It's Brazos. Brazos. Got Money Mirror starting at McLean next week. Congratulations, man. Go up in there. Made that money. Money Mirror, you got a YouTube channel? Yeah, I definitely I was on my way to actually go buy me another new pair of Red Wings, but I just needed a shoe temporarily and I bought those and they bro, they've been good, man. It's crazy. PFG, hey, everybody hit the thumbs up for me, man. No new friends, what's going on with you? Hit the thumbs up, hit the like button so we can get some people up in here. Um Before we get out of here, try to stay on here for like an hour. Um let's talk about tomorrow. Let's talk about tomorrow. You know I always gotta put a little sports in it. Uh do I want to put a little politics in it? I don't really talk politics, but let me sneak a little. Let me just say this, right? Let me just say this, and then I'm gonna leave it alone, right? I'm gonna just say this. Some of these people, y'all can fill in the blanks, right? Let me just get this off my chest. Some of these people are hard working people, right? Some of these people, the work they do, a lot of you guys won't do it, right? So I think some of them deserve a chance, and they got families at home that they gotta take care of too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But to the sports, who you guys got tomorrow winning? We got Philly versus Washington, and we got Buffalo versus Kansas City to see who's gonna go to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna give you guys my pick. Washington versus Philly. That was an easy pick for me. This pick right here, I gotta go with Washington. I'm going with talent, generational talent. Like Jay Daniels is the best QB. Mahomes is a GOAT, but Jay Daniels is the best talent that's left in the playoff. Right? Best, I guarantee you. I'm giving Washington a guaranteed victory tomorrow. Now, the Buffalo Kansas City game is a little harder to pick. Can't go against a GOAT. Most can't go against baby goat. Let me call him baby goat because he's not a goat yet, but he's the baby goat. I'm thinking about this game, right? And I got both of these two teams to tie. Now, what's going to bring Kansas City over the edge is the referees. Shout out to the referees. The NFL got to protect, promote, and make sure the face of the league win his third Super Bowl, right? So the NFL, the referees, they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to make sure Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City get back to the Super Bowl, right? So Buffalo is not just going against Kansas City; they're also going against the referees. And if you know, you know, right? He's the new face of the league. You know what I mean? And they're not ready for Josh Allen to be the face of the league yet. They're not ready for Lamar. They're not ready for him yet. They're not ready for Jalen Hurts. That's just how business works, right? And the only way the Bills have a chance to win that game, like don't even get close to Patrick Mahomes. Don't get close to Patrick Mahomes. Don't even pretend like you're holding on a receiver. Like you're gonna get a call against you every single time. And if you've been watching these games, you know what I'm saying. And if you've been paying attention to these games, you know I'm not lying. You know what I mean? It says it's gonna be Bills versus Eagles in the Super Bowl. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see a Bills Eagles Super Bowl. That'd be a very boring Super Bowl, man. The only person that can make that Super Bowl kind of exciting is Saquon Barkley. Other than that, I want to see Washington. I want to see a Washington Kansas City Super Bowl. I want to see some points. I want to see points. I don't want to see defense and running back. Like I want to see points. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. Of course, my team ain't in it, so I really don't care. But I do care because I like watching anyway. But I don't want to see a boring Super Bowl, man. Like, bro, like over the years, like whenever you get caught up, whenever one of those, every now and then you get a boring Super Bowl. Like I remember my team, we played in a boring Super Bowl years ago. Um, I forgot the name of our quarterback, man, but run and play defense. Like it's great. It's great. You have a team that can run and play defense, but people want to see points. People want to see excitement, right? People want to see Jaden Daniels throw for 500 yards. It's the best rookie I ever seen since I've been watching football. I never seen a rookie as good as this dude, yo. And today I was reading a story, right, on the internet. Very interesting. Very interesting, right? It say that Jaden Daniels' mom, ever since he been exceeding in football, Jaden Daniels' mom didn't want him to have no girlfriends, right? In college, no girlfriends. At LSU, everybody know that he went to LSU, no girlfriends. She got the prenup ready. Um, no girlfriends, right? She don't want no distraction. Of course, he's a man. He can do what he want to do. But sometimes in life, when you're trying to get to, I understand how his mom is thinking, right? Sometimes in life, when you're trying to get somewhere, sometimes it's easier to go alone, right? Because sometimes you try to bring people with you, and sometimes people can be a distraction. So she get it, he get it, and look where he at right now. He exceeding. He's playing like a pro. You know what I mean? Now he's a grown man now, mama. So he's gonna they're gonna be coming. She gonna have that prenup ready. Unlike Travis Hunter, that's a whole different story right there, right? Yeah, he's grown, but his mom is giving him some really good advice, which I respect that. You know, definitely respect that. I wish a lot more moms would step up and just you know, give their sons advice like that, stuff like that. Mothers got a good sense for when. I think mothers have a good sense of character. Have a good sense if you have somebody good in your life or somebody bad in your life. And definitely mom can sense if somebody's trying to use them or not. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a very interesting story right there. You know what I mean? Very interesting story. You know? Oh, what team? What team am I? Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's my team right there. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Shout out to everybody that's into the basketball. Interesting story about basketball that's going on right now is Jimmy Butler. Uh, right now, the Miami Heat and Jimmy Butler, like they keep bumping heads. Basically, Jimmy Butler want to be kicked off the team, or he want to go. He want to be traded. He got suspended again. To me, he got suspended for something petty. I have an intuition, and I tell my son to be cautious. He's 17 and is good at taking my advice. That's what's up. Yeah, Jimmy Butler got suspended for 2 games because he didn't fly back from playing a game with his team. He flew on his own. Time for the Jimmy Butler and the Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat era. It's time for that era to split, right? It's time for that era to stop. Like enough is enough. You know what I mean? Like, but even though like he's basketball old, and I say basketball old but he's not bad because he's not old, but I guess you can call it sports old. Like sports considered, you're 30, he's 34, 35. They consider that old in sports, you know. But would I want him on my team? No. And the reason why, because to me, he's quitting on a team. Like no matter what you got going on contractually, no matter what you got going on with your contract, because I don't know if what I just said is even a word. No matter what you got going on with the office, at the end of the day, you're supposed to play the game that you love. You're supposed to play the fans, right? You're making $50 million a year. $50 million a year, right? If I'm making $50 million a year, if they want me to fly on the team plane, I want to be on the team plane. Even though, let me tell you something about Miami Heat, right? Pat Riley is known to be a little bit strict, right? I think it's Pat Riley's fault why LeBron James is not a Miami. LeBron James could have still be in Miami Heat right now, and they would have won multiple championships. But what? Pat Riley didn't want him to fly on the plane with his friends. Like he's the star of the team. He's the face of the league back then. I don't know about now. Sometimes, like, it's what I tell people. You can't treat everybody the same. Like, life is not fair. You're not gonna treat everybody the same. Like, you think I'm a if I tell my superstar that hey, yeah, you can bring one or two person on the team. You think my third string player, if my I got my superstar point guard. He come to me like, hey, can I bring my girlfriend and her sister on the flight with us to Dallas? I'm like, sure, you could. Now here's my third stringer. He overheard me talking. He's like, hey, can I bring my girlfriend too, coach? I'm like, man, get out my face, bro. I'll be like, a matter of fact, you're off my team. Like asking me that dumb question. Like life is not fair. You can't treat everybody the same. You know? And that goes for every little thing in life, man. It levels to this. You know what I mean? It definitely levels to this. You know? And that goes in, and let me tell y'all, food service, a truck driver, something like, I'm gonna tell y'all, truck drivers this too. Whatever field you're in, of business, whatever you do, let me tell you this. You guys are not going to get treated the same. And you have to understand, don't hate, stop calling your coworker a kisser. I try not to curse this year, so I'm not gonna. You guys got to fill in the blank, right? They're not an a kisser. They're not doing extra privileges, right? They're just better than you, right? And 9 out of 10 times, the person that's better than you is gonna get treated better than you. Is gonna make more money than you. Is gonna have a better route than you, right? They're gonna drive a better car than you. Like, work harder, right? And sometimes it's a flip side to that. And the flip side to that is kind of weird, right? Sometimes the better worker don't get treated the best. Sometimes the better worker get treated the worst because of how much money they're making. Especially in food service, right? There's a flip side to this. One thing that some supervisors can deal with it, some can't. They'll hate on a driver that makes more money than them. So they'll treat the other drivers better. So it's kind of weird in food service. You guys know what I mean. Brandon, what's going on, man? I'm waiting for you to send me a Sigma shirt. That's why I'm rocking this Gordon Food shirt, man. What's going on over there at GFS, man? What's going on? Oh, that's what's up. Enrique say, do I stock up? I drop and go. We definitely drop and go. When you're in chain account, though, let me say this. When you're in chain account, there's certain stops that you have to stack to make everything fit. And that's just like, there's no other ways around it. That's how chain account works. Like, you can't leave the stuff out because there's nobody there to put it up. So you can't leave like cooler stuff and freezer stuff like out in the hallway. That's not gonna work. Like, not everybody can do chain account, right? I'm gonna give you guys an example, like Chipotle, or Chipotle, or Chipotle. However you guys said it. I can't say it right. You guys know what I mean, right? That place that they make all the burritos and stuff like that. That customer right there, you have to make sure everything fits in their cooler when you deliver there. And they have the smallest cooler in the history of food service, right? And for a small cooler, for a small place, they order a lot of cases. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. They push a lot of cases. Enrique, I'm a Pepsi, I stock up shelves and get treated like shh for putting it somewhere they don't like it. Hey, I understand what you mean. The guys that work for Pepsi Cola and Coke and the beer, to me they don't get paid right. They don't get treated right. And They want you to clean the shelves sometimes too. Like they want you to clean the shelf. They want you to stock. First of all, you gotta stock. You gotta rotate. You gotta clean the shelves. You gotta bend down. You gotta reach up. You gotta fill up all the coolers. Like you guys ever go in Walmart and see all the Pepsi coolers? Who dominates Walmart? Pepsi, right? Pepsi over Coke or both of them? But you gotta fill up all the coolers, all the aisles, all the waters. People don't understand how much water Pepsi and Coke got. All the juices, they make you clean the shelf. It's a lot of work. And these guys are underpaid in my book. Definitely underpaid. Hey, hit the thumbs up for me. Appreciate y'all for coming in. Yeah, they got it at some stores, some Publixes. They'll make you clean your area. They'll make you clean your area, which maybe it's the right thing to do, or maybe it's not. I just don't know. I don't know. I can't make that call. It's just sometimes enough is enough, and I guess that's what you sign up for, you know. Guess that's what you sign up for. Hey, Brandon, you work tonight? Did you ever get on with chain account, or you're still on the street account? Let me know if you're doing chain account, because I want to see if you got this one particular customer. Let me ask y'all a question: who delivers to Chipotle right now, or Chipotle, or Chipotle? Cause all my friends, they make fun of me when I say Chipotle. You know? Oh, that's a good question, Venus. In a grocery store, there's a lot of products that the vendors do. You got the bread vendors, right? They do a lot of bread. You even got meat vendors. Um, you got the milk vendors, right? All the beverage vendors, the chips vendors. Only time you'll find a store filling up the vendor's product is if it's on sale and it's just flying off the shelf. But sometimes I notice the bread guys, they'll come back and they'll do like a second hit because their stuff sells so fast to make sure all the shelf is staying full. Right? But there's a lot of vendors out there, man, that keep these grocery stores running. I don't think these stores, they're not fully staffed enough to even do it. You know what I mean? And it's in the best interest of the vendors to make sure it's stocked, because you might leave it up to the store and your product's not gonna be moving like how it's supposed to be moving. Yeah, there's a lot of vendors out there. A lot, especially you got Goya. You even got Goya vendors. They stack up all the Goya stuff. Like, it's so much vendors out there, A lot of vendors. A lot. You know? Hold up. So you drive the 18-wheeler and you still got to stack up? Yeah. Pepsi and Coke. they're getting over. That's all I gotta say. Pepsi and Coke is getting over. You know what I mean? Because they got driver merchandise. Like, I still like to go on job website just to look what's out there. And I seen Coke hiring a driver merchandiser the other day. And I can't remember off the top of my head how much it was paying, but it wasn't even $25 an hour, right? So I'm thinking to myself, like, how do you want somebody to drive and to merchandise and they're not even getting $25 an hour? Like, are you serious? Are you serious? It's crazy, man. When you going? When you going? You get a day rate, no overtime for staying out long hours. And one thing I gotta say about Pepsi and Coke, I call it like a starter. I call it a starter job, right? That's what I call it. You know what I mean? Call it a starter job because that's usually where a lot of that's usually where a lot of truck drivers start out at. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Hey Brandon, you still up in the building, man? When you gonna get me on over there, man? Get me back over there, man. So I can go make some money with y'all boys over there that's racking up the money. 2025 people, what y'all hey, tell me what y'all changed this year from last year. Um Let me know before we get out of here. Let me know one thing that you guys changed from last year to this year. You know what I mean? I can share with you guys what one thing I'd share. Well, one of the number one thing that I changed, at least my mind telling me that I'm changing or I'm working at. I'm trying to I'm trying to not to I'm just watching the way I talk, right? I'm trying not to use no curse words and stuff like that, right? And I'm trying to just like be more righteous and stuff like that. Staying away from religion, like man-made religion and stuff like that. You know, reading the book, the Bible that is, and and the more and more you read the Bible, is the more and more you find out that like a lot of these, there's a lot of false prophet out here. There's a lot of fake pastors, fake religions, and just people that make up stuff. Like they make up religions, they make up holidays, their Christmas, they idolize Christmas trees and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So 2025, I'm just living in truth, right? And if you know, you know, man. But hey, living in the moment. You said it right. A lot of people don't live in the moment. A lot of people definitely they try to live too far in the future, and they bring the pressure of the past with them, and that kind of hinders them from moving on, right? Um, a lot of people they don't know how to get over like daily things that happen to them. They don't know how to shrug it off and just keep pushing. Like you gotta understand, even at your workplace, at the house, like anywhere, things is gonna happen. Things is gonna get worse, right? If you think you've seen anything bad, like it's only gonna get worse, right? And you're gonna see a lot of good, but you're also gonna see a lot of bad. And you gotta be when you see the good, you gotta act like you've been there. When you see the bad, you can't get yourself down too much. You gotta just pick yourself up and keep on going. You know what I mean? Especially if you got kids. One thing I always say to anybody out there with kids, if your kids are small or grown, however, like kids look up to their parents, no matter how old they might want to get. They could even be grown as heck. Kids look up to their parents. So if you act like you're a weak link, if you get weak for every little thing, they're gonna be weak too, right? Because if the leader is weak, hey, the army is doomed. You know what I mean? So people just gotta be strong. People gotta keep kicking, and people just gotta keep going. You know what I mean? That's definitely how we see how we living in this 2025, man. You just gotta pick yourself up and keep going. You know what I mean? We got 6 people up in the building. Appreciate y'all for coming through. But definitely, man. Before I go, I'm a, before I go, I'm gonna share a little truth with y'all. If you guys want to learn the truth, you guys definitely check out the Truth of God Church, right? Check out the Truth of God Church online, right? Follow Apostle Gino Jennings, right? And all the preachers. And you'll definitely learn the truth, man. Or just type in your YouTube Gino Jennings, right? The realest thing going right now, right? And definitely gonna hear. Yeah, definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. I promise you. Like when I heard this, I promise you. Like I try to listen. I listen to so much things on YouTube, but I promise you. Like when I heard this guy preaching, the first time I heard him preaching, I'm like, what? The hell I'm like, what the heck is going on right now? Right? And then I started listening more and more and more and more. And then everything he was preaching, it makes so much sense. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay to have wisdom. It's okay to separate yourself from the rest. Sometimes you just gotta let go, man, because like you might be in a group right now, and it's cool. It's cool to be cool, right? Wrong, doing wrong feels so cool. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's cool. Doing wrong feels so cool, right? But when you have discipline and when you start doing right, it's gonna be hard, right? But you gotta stay on track. You gotta keep pushing, right? You gotta believe. Like when y'all get a chance, check it out. Definitely check it out. You know what I mean? We got 10 people up in the building. Hit the thumbs up for me. Happy 2025 to everybody, man. I hope everybody doing good this year. I hope everybody get what they want out of 2025. Uh, There's a lot of things going on in the world right now. As you guys see, all the stuff that's going on over there in California, all the fires and stuff like that, like snowing in Florida, and the fires in California. It goes over a lot of people's heads because a lot of people, they just live just to live. They just get by just to get by, right? It goes over a lot of people's heads. You know, a lot of people, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's just climate change," right? People in Florida like, "Oh, we broke another record." All of this is written. Everything that happening now is written, right? So, and we're seeing it every day. We're seeing it. You know what I mean? But we're not perfect. Gonna keep on pushing. But we're gonna get out of here, man. I had planned to stay on here for an hour. Um, I appreciate y'all for coming through. We definitely go live again pretty soon. Hey, y'all be easy out there.